Today's adventure welcomes us to Mugwanago, Wisconsin. Kind of a vintage stop, if you will. Vintage Vault Arcade, now open. Entrance around back. That's exactly where we're headed. Back at the Vintage Vault. Bunch of new stuff since we were here last time. I asked James if we could come check the place out. He said it's a great time to, because we're about to switch over again. So we'll check out some new stuff this time, and when we come back, it'll be completely different. Let's run inside, check out what's new at the Vintage Vault. And the Vintage Vault is just off of Main Street, actually behind a dance studio. So if you're looking for it, they do have that sign we saw at the street, and you just pull around behind and park at the back of the building and you'll see the signs. The hours of operation have changed at the Vintage Vault. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 o'clock noon to 10 p.m. And as always, they do hand stamp here. I forgot the wristbands. Forgot the wristband last time we were here. Just walking in, they do have, I mean, look at the shape of this. Reminds me of kind of a Smash TV cabinet, the way it kind of comes out like the Superman shield. There is a Smash TV right over here. We'll circle around and check it out. Different than that shield, but some different arcades, and James just told me expect to see some different stuff and expect to see different stuff when we come back. So a lot of new stuff in the works. Burger Time, Ms. Pac-Man Frogger, we're all here along with Cubert the last time we stopped by. And my favorite arcade here is definitely Sega Spider-Man. There's a ton of great arcades like Revolution X. We'll get there. Spider-Man, the arcade, is one of those dream cabinets of mine. Going back to when I was a kid playing this at a local restaurant, I love this cabinet. The artwork, the Sega-themed Spider-Man, one of my favorite superheroes. You can just see some of the side art here on the cab. This is so special. I will get some, man, those sticks feel good. I will get some playtime on this before we leave. And the classic Mario Brothers. Didn't know about this when I had my Nintendo. When I went to play here, they're like, this isn't Super Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers, the original. Like, as a kid, I had no idea this existed. And further down, Asteroids. You never know if you see an Asteroids Deluxe, but I can kind of see, walked right into the school. This got a lot of action the last time we were here. It was one of their newer pawn tables. And it kind of reminds me of like a Pac-Man Battle Royale, just the size of it and just how, actually I think they have one here. A lot of activity on here, just classic pawn. It's something good to see a younger generation get into this game. Back to Asteroids. I was just talking Asteroids. You can kind of see the shape, like, yeah, if we got a deluxe cabinet, this is how it would look. Let's look at that control deck. Kind of hard to see. And every time I see Mr. Do, I think of Tim's Arcade Talk and Reviews. I know he is a huge Mr. Do fan. Just want to give Tim a shout out here. I know this cabinet means a lot to you. And this cabinet means a lot to me. Road Blasters, played this a lot as a kid, especially on my NES. And the unique thing about this arcade is the steering here. Some of them you do see that rounded part. This one's different. And it really reminds me of the Star Wars flight yoke. Just think if we could get this in a home arcade, having this, a similar flight yoke, even if it was plastic, it'd be cool to have. I mean, it'd be great playing Road Blasters at home if you couldn't fit, the full-size arcade, because I mean some of these are just enormous. Look at how big Revolution X is compared to Terminator 2. Like, they just kind of work their way up. And all I gotta say is Revolution X is, I mean, I played this a lot as a kid. I actually played it more than I played T2. Being able to play this at home on several different mods and hacks in 2024, I mean, it's a really exciting time. The only thing we're really missing are these incredible size guns. I mean, just look at these. I love this game. I'm not a big Aerosmith fan. I mean, I respect the band, but absolutely love Revolution X. Just reminds me of like 95 all over again, 97 at the movie theater. Always coming out, playing this. So look at how the decks are exactly the same height with T2, Revolution X. These two cabinets were meant to be next to each other and meant to be able to play on either one of them. We're gonna play just a quick gameplay here because it's been a long time since I played Revolution X. This is a great game. It's hard to walk past it without just jumping on. I promised myself I would play this a little bit tonight. Just kind of do a sample right now. Really nothing like playing with a gun like this, you know? Right around the side, you see the nice mural, vintage vault, right on the wall, nice neon light. All their fighters are right down the aisle. This kind of reminds you have a home arcade, just like how Road Blasters is just pumping over here. Just kind of has that feel, you know, like your room, your basement just lined up with arcades. Soul Calibur, Namco, Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, look at the size of this cabinet. Mortal Kombat 2. Just admiring these. I mean, just look at this look. I love the Mortal Kombat art. MK3. Time Killers. Not too familiar with Time Killers. I was gonna say Time Crisis. Time Killers. Tekken Tag. Battle Arena, Dragon Ball Z. Now he did mention that Dragon Ball Z was a newer game. Pretty cool to see this. I will check this out before I leave. Of course, the HS5, Street Fighter 2, Super Contra, Contra Revolution, and Gauntlet Legends. A 4-player game. Kind of holding down the end after Contra with all those fighters. Right across from those fighters, Cosmotrons. I remember seeing Cosmotrons here last time. Not sure if it was in this very spot. I know Pole Position was here. Sega Outrun, Turbo Outrun. Area 51, one of my favorite shooters, along with Revolution X and Lethal Enforcers, which I hope Lethal Enforcers is still here. They actually had Lethal Enforcers and Lethal Enforcers 2 the last time we were here. Come back. I'm going to get in all my shooters before I head out of here tonight. And of course, Rampage World Tour. Look at the size of this 3-player deck. None of these pinballs were here the last time we were here. It was all arcades. Got Tales from the Crypt, High Speed, Fish Talks, Attack from Mars, Barrio's Barbecue Challenge. So these are all different. And we were here, I want to say, early fall. Battletoads was here along with Turtles, and actually in 2 completely different locations. Battletoads was over here, and Turtles way over on the other side. So it's good to see they're still here. Depending if we see, oh, I just saw Tron. Depending if we see Turtles in Time, that's a cabinet I have a hard time finding. I have not seen a real Turtles in Time cabinet in any of the arcades we've been to since we started doing videos. So I'm interested in coming across Turtles in Time. We do see a lot of the OG. And when have you seen an actual Battletoads cabinet? Street player deck. Very cool cap. Fun game to play, especially with other people. And they have NFL Blitz 2000. I love the way they say this when you start up the game. NFL Blitz 2000. Lethal Enforcers 2 Gunfighters. I always call it Lethal Enforcers 2 the Old West. After we do a run through of the arcade, we'll do a quick footage on some of the shooters because I love the shooters. If you've ever played this game, it's a lot of fun. Of course, anything with shooters is, it's a blast. In fact, really, a blast. Tubing. When have you seen an arcade tubing before? It's a hard game. It's fun to play though. Again, it's always better to play this with someone. Look at this marquee. The water actually looks like it's moving. Unfortunately, The Simpsons is out of commish tonight. Out of order. Check back with me tomorrow. Hope Simpsons is feeling alright, but right before Simpsons, Tron. I mean, kind of take a step back here for a second. I mean, I love that marquee, like you said. Is there a better looking arcade than Tron? I mean, look at the lights on here. Only thing, now I've seen some mods where you can put like blue light up coin doors on there. What a great cabinet. With the 3D bezel coming right at you. See the screen up here. This is awesome. We do have a 3D Tron sign up on top, kind of a topper from, what would you call those, a 3D printer? But yeah, what a great look. What does it say on here? I appreciate the heavy shooters that they have here. Lord of Gun. Not familiar with this, but looking forward to trying it. Target Terror, kind of a realistic shooting game. Lethal Enforcer is my favorite. Talk about realistic shooting game. My favorite shooting game of all time. Lethal Enforcers. Love this game since the first time I ever played it, and actually there was a clear shot to the door. There was nothing here. Like, we got a really nice shot of the side art the last time we were here, but they do have the Atari Millipede right next to it. If my memory states me correctly, Desert Assault and Growl, Data East, Potato were actually flipped where Battletoads and Ninja Turtles were, so they just kind of shuffled those around. The Ninja Turtles was over here. Yeah, it was Batman, not Forever. Yes, Batman Forever arcade game was right here. Never saw that before. I wonder if they got rid of it. The only downside, I mean, I like the pinball, but the only downside is it eliminated, I know they had Operation Wolf was right here on the side, which is a huge shooting game. Like, I mean, just the size of that cabinet. And a couple other ones, you know, the pinballs are no joke. I mean, they're huge. It is nice to see the official Attack from Mars. Like, James did tell me when I came in, like, we got pinball here. Like, he was so excited about it. I will play the Tales from the Crypt. It's just early 90s all over again. They got Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. That is cool. And Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. It's nice having sports games. But I was more excited to see Midway Open Ice because it's like, you know, you got the NFL Blitz, you got NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and then Open Ice. Like 3 sports cabinets that just fit together. And that's why, boom, 1, 2, 3, they're right next to each other. That is cool. Open Ice, this is the only arcade that we go to that I can actually find Open Ice. And Battlezone, just look at the inside. If you've ever, so the scope, you put your face right up to here. You have the controls right here. Just look at it. There's nothing like it. It is so cool. Volcano button flashing here. They even give you a nice little stool here, ledge to step up on, and it's slip resistant. And Hyper Sports, all buttons. Stargate 1943, gentleman is playing a shooting game over here. Have you ever seen this cabinet? I was actually talking to Michael B about this. He said, have you ever seen Wacko? And I'm like, started explaining, I'm like, yes, that's where the control deck has that slant. Like, you got a trackball here, 2 joysticks. It's cool. It's just like the only place I've ever come across this cabinet. That's what I like about the Vintage Vault is, look at, they have a tapper. Look at the Budweiser logos. There's cabinets here that you're only gonna find here. And it's a special place. It is $20 to get in. I didn't mention that when I got here. I believe it was $15 the last time we were here. They upped it up like an Atari Food Fight. $20 to come in here, free play. but you could play for, what is that, 10 hours? 12 to 10? So yeah, if you wanted to stay here all day, you can leave, come back to Crystal Castles, and get your money's worth. 20 bucks to play all this stuff. It's not a bad deal. And the original Rampage, the original 3-player controller, and when we saw the Rampage World Tour, it was a lot bigger. It's cool to see the original than seeing World Tour. Now having them both on one cabinet would be cool. Cruising World, a nice stand-up racer. See the gas pedal right there. Oh, they did keep Operation Wolf. So okay, so this is where it used to be where Tales from the Crypt. You see the pinballs down there. This was over there. Now it's here, and you can see how, look at how much that sticks out. Like these shooting games, this guy is going nuts on maximum force over there. Everyone loves the shooters. Operation Wolf, look at how far back. I guess it's like T2 and Revolution X, like it's so far back. Just love this art. What a great shooter. It's tough, but it's a classic. Total Carnage, big fan of this game. It's a lot of fun to play. It reminds me a lot of Smash TV. Just kind of more, I don't know, what would you say, modernized than Smash TV. This is a game where I'd love to play something like this at home. Look at Captain America: The Avengers. This is a new one, and since we got here, I've been looking forward to seeing it. There were arcades over here, and they kind of opened it up, maybe for birthday parties, having a table right there. Prisoner of War, there was one at a mall very close to me that we would stop by every once in a while and check out. Unfortunately, that is no longer at the Castlecade, which was right off of their food court. But luckily, the Vintage Vault's still rockin' POW. Very fun beat-em-up game, and these joysticks are so unique. So much different than what I'm used to. So I have Neo Geo Metal Slug, Major Havoc. I'm not familiar with this. Oh, the comic strip. Yes. Yes, I saw those in the Sunday Funnies. So, again, there's games here that you're not going to find anywhere else. And look at this. I mean, the variety. Unbelievable. Now, if you've been following the channel long enough, you know X-Men is my favorite arcade game of all time. It's what really got me back into the arcades. And what's nice about this is the 4-player. It's really rare to find the 6-player X-Men, but it's nice to see all that artwork still intact. I have more experience on the 4-player. When I was a kid, the bowling alley of all places had X-Men, and this is where I played X-Men all the time. Very rare to play the 6-player. I want to say places like Six Flags Great America, amusement parks, and Fuddruckers had the 6-player. So a lot of arcades, bowling alleys, 4-player, and that's what I was used to playing. Okay, Captain America: The Avengers. I mean, I can't believe the size of this. Like, this is such a huge arcade, 4-player. It has been so long since I have seen this in person at a family restaurant. Look at the bezel. When I played this, I want to say 91, 92, Shoney's of all places had this in the lobby. And just seeing this artwork on here, when I saw this posted on their Instagram page about a month or so ago, I was excited to come back and check this out. Like, they have Captain America and the Avengers. I mean, this cabinet alone, look at the side of here. It's just worth it. The white joystick knobs, man. It's a fun game. Mega Man and the Power Battle. So right over here, X-Men was here, Mystic Warriors was there, Turtles was on the end, Bucky O'Hare was actually right here. There was another one I just can't remember, but Hook. If you've ever played Hook before, it's a fun, look at Rufio. It's a fun game. It's like the beginning, like Rufio, oh. I might be thinking of the movie, but yeah, it's a great game. Really fun. And every time I do jump on here to play, It's always Rufio. Everyone loves Bucky O'Hare. Classic Konami beat 'em up game. 4 players. You know, there's a lot of dream cabinets here. A lot of variety. Zaxxon, Ninja Baseball Batman. There's a lot of like Turtles in Time feel on here. Double Dragon. And I want to say there was a Double Dragon 2 here the last time we were here. That's the thing about arcades is look at the side art of Mega Man in the Power Battle. Going to an arcade, you know, they'd switch them out. You know, you'd have some, you get rid of it, but then something better comes, something different, something unique, and you know that's why going to arcades, free plays a lot. It kind of takes you back. Look at Duck Hunt to the 80s and 90s because that's how it was. You know, you go somewhere and come across something that wasn't there the last time you were there. Fender, Joust 2, Sinistar, Robotron 2084, and Smash TV. 2 cabinets. Not only were here the last time, but cabinets that should be right next to each other because, you know, this along with Total Carnage, which was around the corner, very similar games, very fun to play. And it's just interesting that this control deck is different. There's 2 different types. It does remind me of the Robotron 2084 because it doesn't come out like that. You know, I always compare it to the Superman shield. Yeah, Smash TV. I guess this might be like the friendly, like Space Saver Smash TV compared to, you know, when we saw this over here, how it came out. That it's funny because the 2 arcades we go to the most, kind of vice versa. Got Dr. Mario. There's nothing really like that artwork on the Robotron 2084. Like people just, it's just so 80s. People love it. Sinistar, just awesome cabinets. And they had Joust 2 along with the original Joust. And you know, up until coming here, I guess I didn't really know that there was a second Joust. It's kind of interesting. Like, why haven't we seen Joust 2? Survival of the Fittest on something like a legacy cabinet. Like it's interesting. Yeah, the original Smash TV blowing up things. The original Joust, of course, Bubbles, Tempest, and Paperboy. Look at that handle. Okay, Area 51, we gotta get in here. What's nice is they do have maximum force and Area 51, and there's another cabinet over there that was like using the gun like a, it's kind of my pointer. Another maximum force over there, so it's nice having 2 different Area 51s. I love the beginning of this game. It's the best part. Such a great game. You know, so you get to the last level. Has anyone ever beat it where the flying saucer doesn't get away? Because every time I play, the flying saucer somehow manages to get out. You still finish the game, but technically the aliens still, you know, could come back at you and, you know, attack Earth on another day. Watch this guy jump. Oh. You gotta wait for the part when the here it comes. Man, I love this game. I can't honestly tell you I've ever come up to how creepy is that, like a doorknob with the Crypt Keeper on here. I've ever seen a Tales from the Crypt pinball machine before. I mean, renders on, you know, the internet and videos, but never up close. Just kind of taking it in. Give this game a try here. I'll get my hand in the creepy Crypt Keeper. Kind of hard to play with one hand, but least it kind of serves itself. The data ease. The high scores on here. One thing I wish digital pinball had was, you know, every one of them had like that realistic feel of the pinball. Like you can see in the directions right there. Wish they had that on every one of those FX, if you will, digital pinballs with the speakers. And Attack from Mars, just classic. You know, if you've ever come up to an Attack from Mars pinball, the OG, there it is. Look, a little dark, all lit up on us. Really, really cool.
Reports are coming in from all over. The Earth is under attack. An attack from Mars. Return to battle, soldiers.
Man, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. Barrio's Barbecue Challenge, American Pinball. Nice patriotic colors there, really bright. It's love. Oh, look at the pickles, the ketchup, the baked beans. It's pretty cool. Get cooking. Okay, we have to. We're here. Come back to the games, you know, we checked them out. This is so early 90s, isn't it? Okay, you knew we were gonna do this.
Player one.
And what's great is look at the revolver. This is solid metal, so again, my pointer and used to the red and the blue, like Ace Ventura. Is it the red or the white? Tried level one. I love just that whole late 80s, early 90s police officer vibe. I mean, look at the artwork on here. Okay, let's get these guys. The guns are shooting parades. Some ninjas. I guess I wouldn't consider them ninjas, just a ski mask on. What a violent game, eh? Oh, I missed her. There we go. Lord of Gun. Not familiar with this. I don't know if I've ever played this, but these are the guns I'm used to. You know, we saw this with Area 51. Most of the cases playing, you know, along here, playing Lethal Enforcers had guns like this. Okay, let's give this game a try here. I don't know what's happening. Let's go normal. Okay, so you really got kind of shadowed in here. There's dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. Might have just shot a teammate. Oh, we shot a civilian. You know, they come at you so fast. You just want to get everybody on the screen, you know? It's like, why would a hostage, like, look at, why would they even come up to the window? I mean, there's shots being fired. It's not the right move to do. I like when they fall out of the windows here. Gentleman is not playing this anymore, so having that Area 51 and the maximum force, two basically the same ones in your arcade. So, you know, if you're into the home arcade scene, like myself, we have Mission 1, Mission 2, and Classified. Let's do Mission 1. And someone says, hey, why do you have two of the same or whatever? Because that's how it is at arcades. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I always said the more, the better. I don't know what my girlfriend seems to think about that, but I think it's okay. The man has good taste. Maybe Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Looking at Michelangelo, always on the OG turtles. This was at Pizza Hut of all places. Yellow. Like, he wasn't wearing orange in here. It was always yellow, and it's not like this is faded. It's always yellow if you look at it. He's just a stare going, why is Michelangelo in yellow? It's crazy. And is Shredder wearing glasses? Is there a soundtrack for Road Blasters we can buy? Just playing this in your car would be great. Nothing like the OG, T2, or Revolution X. We'll start with T2. It's just so much different playing with this gun. Just hear bullets bouncing off. As I play through this. Spider-Man the arcade. What a great four-player. Like, playing anyone. I was funny to see the Submariner with his bare feet. Submariner. But I love the big game with Spider-Man. I mean, everyone always wants to be Spider-Man, but if you've ever seen Submariner just walking around barefoot, kind of like Paul McCartney on Abbey Road. Put something like this in your home. When I was a kid, I had a neighbor down the street that had a Ms. Pac-Man arcade. I want to say, you know, with all the arcades we see, it's hard to remember, but I want to say it was the blue. It was the blue Ms. Pac-Man. It was a small house, a small ranch, and they had this in the hallway. So if like you walk out of the kitchen, there's a hallway, and then like the bedrooms and the living room would be on this side, like where I'm standing. There's a Ms. Pac-Man arcade in their hallway. Like I'll never forget that. Every time, you know, I pick up a new arcade one up, I think about that. Like, they had a real Ms. Pac-Man in their hallway. They're playing that pawn. That was what I was talking about, was it gets a lot of action. Really fun to see. And actually, I forgot to even show that Pac-Man Battle Royale. So caught up with everything. X-Men right over here to the right. Total Carnage, the restrooms. The Pac-Man Battle Royale. This is actually the first place I saw this at. 4-player. Now you go to like a Dave and Buster's and they're just massive, along with that pawn we just saw. But I want to say that when we were here last, Pac-Man Battle Royale, kind of hard to say that, was right here. So it's cool that they switched it up. Always changing. Something we always do with our arcades. We're accustomed to is things coming, things going. You know, looks changing, and it's nice to see some different stuff than when we were here the last time. It's nice to see other cabinets like Hook, Bucky O'Hare still here. Classic games, classic movie. The Captain America and the Avengers. This might have been my favorite cabinet to see tonight because it's just so nostalgic. Check out Vintage Vault Arcade. I'll have a link in the description. $20 free play. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. 10 hours. Totally worth checking out. A little hard to find behind the back side of the building. And there's actually a little pond in the back, so kind of off the grid of the city, downtown McGuanago. Hidden place, vintage vault special. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll see you guys next time. It's cool to see in the restroom the art. We've seen Super Mario Brothers in some bathrooms. We're seeing Pac-Man in this bathroom. Gotta love arcades. Well, you can see my shadow and the elongated legs. Look at that. Oh, if I was only that tall, I'd be playing in the NBA. Vintage Vault Arcade, unlimited gaming, over 120 arcade games, only $20 per person, no quarters needed, Friday through Sunday, 12 to 10 p.m., 715 Main Street, McGuanago, Wisconsin, 53149, entrance around the back.